And we're back, everyone. I apologize for being so. This is the latest I've ever been on one of these. 2 days late. Holy crap. By the way, expect to see me sipping tea through a lot of these videos. Or hear me sipping tea through a lot of videos. I have a head cold right now. Technically, it's post-nasal drip that turned into a cough, that turned into kind of a sore throat, but not really. Turned into a dry cough, which had me coughing and sneezing a lot, which gave me a headache, and now it's kind of all over the place. I took a shower, I made a cup of tea, I am feeling good enough to do the what if, so here we are. And we're on part 8 of What If Naruto had a Zanpakuto, the Benihime edition. And seeing as I'm in my room doing this one today, might as well have the appropriate prop with us. Last time we left off with the Sasuke retrieval mission. Now, we had, and you're going to hear me do that a little bit. We had Jirobo and and Kimimaro taken care of in this version, and we left off with Kimimaro stealing Sasuke, Naruto heading out. But the big difference here is that Neji is still around with the group because they were able to take on Kimimaro together as a group, and therefore Neji was spared a very terrible gut wound and a lot of injury as well. But also, he was able to remain with the group and help out. Him and Kiba have fallen into the ravine together. Should also note one quick thing that I'm going to kind of be flying. I know where I want this one to go, but I'm going to be flying by the seat of my pants in this one. I didn't write anything down. Again, I'm feeling pretty crappy right now, so I just didn't get around to write out the actual chapter. But I know where I want this to go, especially with like the Naruto Kimimaro fight, the Naruto Sasuke encounter. That one I might be playing by ear just a little bit, but let's continue, shall we? So we'll first play out what happens with Kiba and Neji. They fell into the ravine. Neji and Kiba are still, and Nakamura are fighting with Sakon and Ukon. They're actually keeping them at bay pretty well. Kiba was mismatched against those guys. Let's be honest. Those guys, he was not a good opponent they were not a good opponent for him. But with Neji, who has access to chakra points, can affect chakra points, attack internal organs, and with Gentle Fist, Byakugan being able to kind of figure out where how their chakra is flowing with each other, that is and Kiba still being the more aggressive Taijutsu style fighter, that is a much deadlier combo for Sakon and Ukon to be dealing with, to the point where Neji definitely hits one of them in the chakra points, which then gives Kiba the chance to go full on Fang. What was it? Giant Beast Fang over Fang or whatever it was. So he blasts through them. He tears them apart, which forces them to be torn apart. Go at the second form curse mark. Neji and Kiba are ready to go at it if they have to. And he fires it off again. Excuse me. The attack off again. Kiba. They bring out the Rashomon Gate, Kiba dents one, which, look, he didn't break it, but the Rashomon Gates are extremely powerful, durable defenses. So the fact he was able to dent one and dent it pretty well is impressive to say the least. Meanwhile, Neji is actually duking it out with one of the, I can't remember which one invaded Kiba's body, but Neji is dealing with the one who didn't. And ultimately, he would be gaining the winning ground on that fight. If Sakon got too close, or Ukon got too close, again, let's just say it's Sakon, Ukon's, and Kiba. Sakon got too close, he could rotation, shred him up a little bit with some chakra, and then come in for the killing blow. And that might actually be what ultimately happens here. The problem for Ukon is that Kiba could still try to pull the same shit he did with stabbing himself in the gut, and Ukon has to F the hell out of there. So when he gets Neji's tired, is pretty worn out, but he comes in. They're trying to tag team him again, but this time Ukon, realizing his burst, then's kind of going all out on them. Ultimately, they're facing him down. They're worn out. They're tired. They're doing the best they can. Ukon's about to come in and kill him until Kokoro comes in and just slices his ass up with Crow. So all's well that ends there. All's well that ends well there. Excuse me. Well, probably have to make myself another cup of tea. I'm pretty much out. Then you have the Tamari Shikamaru fight, or Tayuya fight, which would go exactly the same. There's no difference in that fight whatsoever. But then you would get the big one, the Naruto versus Kimimaro fight. Now, Naruto is still amping himself out with Fox Chakra. He's got Benihime drawn, and he makes God knows how many clones to fight Kimimaro. And Kimimaro's just like, I have no time to waste. They show, he releases his bone release, which Naruto is definitely like, whoa, it's like, holy crap. Be careful, Naruto. And he's like, Naruto! And Naruto comes in. And admittedly, this time, Kimimaro and him are actually clashing. It's not just Kimimaro's popping clones left and right here until Naruto runs out. No, it really is Kimimaro and Naruto going toe-to-toe with their respective blades. But Kimimaro probably has been doing this for longer. We don't know how. I think an age is given, and he is older. But beyond that, Naruto is a little blinded by rage. He throws a couple Sing Benihimes out. Again, the name of the technique is not really known. In Japanese, it's Neke, which is, or Nake, which is Sing. And so Naruto is like fires, and it hits, and Kimimaro like shreds Kimimaro's skin, but he puts up a protective layer of bone, which by all accounts I believe is even harder than Kimimaro steel, the metal he produces. So, and he even knows like, you are dangerous, Naruto Uzumaki. You are something I need to get out of the way of Lord Orochimaru. So, and again, the clones quickly, and he brings, I think not the Bracken dance, is it? Either way, he has all the spikes on him. He's starting to cleave through the clones. Naruto Benihime is finally able to get through Naruto. This isn't going to work. You need to calm down. And then Naruto was like, and he still got the Fox Chakra, but now he's calm. He's like focusing. Yeah, I know. And then Kimimaro suddenly starts to notice that the clones, while rushing in, are now rushing in and attacking a bit more strategically. They're actually able to block more effectively. And he realizes he's finally calmed down. Very well. Then we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. And then he starts going through Naruto clones until he starts to realize that a lot of these Naruto clones are trailing chakra on their blades. These red strands of chakra. And they are, and I don't have my book here, but I wrote a name for this technique coming up, which is basically just a different version of Shibari Benihime. Naruto runs by, and still, there's other Narutos pressing him for attack, using his blood mist shield, using shred. It's not doing enough to it's doing enough to pierce his flesh. It's not getting through the bone. Eventually, though, Kimimaro realizes that there are multiple strands hanging in the air, and all of a sudden the Naruto's just tighten, or like just pull their hands and tighten, and all of a sudden he's grips like Shibari Benihime, and hold on, Japanese for spider's web. Hold on. English to Japanese translator. Spider's web. Spoilers, that's the name of this technique. Spider's web. Alright. Kumo no Su. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. Shibari Benihime Kumo no Su. Actually, that's a good way to say it. Kumo no Su. Essentially, what he did is he basically made like a spider's web kind of scenario with him rushing with all the clones, trailing Shibari Benihime's net webbing, if you will, call it in this case, behind it. And then once he had it, pretty much Kimimaro locked in the middle, he tightened the blade. He basically swung the blade, tightened the net, and now it's like Hisobe Benihime, Jusa Suzuki. And now, except this time Naruto figured out that instead of using all the explosive balls, he basically tightened the net even further, and all the little connective points where the bombs would show up all slide directly towards the center. And Kimimaro's eyes go wide, like, boom! And it's all just concentrated right in the middle. So it is just a column of explosion. Like, make the Datara proud, to be honest. And Naruto just finally he takes a breath, but he's like, and a lot of the clones start to poof out of existence. So many of them are still remaining. Still got like 100 left. But he's like, walk that off. And he's going over Sasuke until he still has Benihime drawn. He gets ready in the stance. And all of a sudden he's just seeing from the smoke this form. And all of a sudden bone shrapnel comes out. He just creates Benihime's shield, just and it pierces the shield. Like the shield takes it, but it does like crack the shield just a little bit. Like, holy crap! And he's seeing now the form of second form curse mark Kimimaro. And Naruto's like looking at it to think you were. And Kimimaro's coughing up blood too. Like Kimimaro is hurt. His bones were not strong enough to take that much damage all at once. And he quickly had to go into second form curse mark, which his body's already dying. And this is just quickening the process. And He didn't walk out of that unscathed, even with the second curse mark. He's missing an arm. I think his left arm's like just gone. The tail that he just created is also charred, missing chunks, and he's like just burned all over. He's like, even though he did probably recover a bit with the second mark usage. It's like you will die, Leaf Ninja. There's nothing you can do. I will let my master's will be fulfilled. I will be of use to Orochimaru one last time. And he's just going all out. He just creates the giant bone lance. And Naruto he's tired. Like Naruto's Cox chakra's probably coursed out of him at this point. But he's still got a lot of clones. And he knows his clones won't be able to keep up with this. But luckily, he doesn't have to. As Kimimaro starts to charge, he suddenly just what is? And all of a sudden, there's this giant seal matrix he stepped into. It's like, yeah, I had it's like Naruto's like, I was hoping that technique would probably put you down, but just in case, I prepared something else. I'm a bit of a cautious guy, you understand. And I try to have a backup for my backups and like that, for instance, that's probably the strongest paralysis seal I can muster. And Kimimaro's still kind of moving. So you can still move, huh? Good thing that's not all I prepared. All of a sudden, a barrier appears behind him, which is doubled and triple layered. Plus, and then chakra absorption seals added on there. Naruto's adding all of his seal knowledge that he can into one seal because it's like, this guy's powerful. I need to make sure this guy cannot get to me. And sure enough, like Kimimaro, despite it cracks one shield, but all the remaining clones still have Fox chakra in them. So they're able to just pump all that in there, and he cannot break the second barrier, the second or third layer barrier. Plus his chakra's being absorbed. He's like, you, Lord Orochimaru, and he finally just does I think, is it the Bracken dance? I can't remember which one's the giant mass boneyard. But he pretty much just stabs the guy and tries to do it, and it does start to work a little bit, and the Naruto clones are shocked, and he finally breaks the barrier, kills all the clones off. Naruto's ready to fight until Kimimaro just standing there, he got out of there, but he's just dead on his feet like he is with Gaara. And so, Naruto beats Kimimaro. Rock Lee shows up. Naruto, I am here to save... Oh my, it seems, Lee, what are you doing here? Well, I had come to help you in your mission, but it would seem I'm not needed. Well, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, don't worry about that. And just as he's about to turn, the coffin pretty much explode like it did in the original. It didn't actually explode, but it did burst open. And Naruto's like, Sasuke, and Naruto is just coughing. He's like, Sasuke, go. Go after him, Naruto. I will aid you. No. And so this is something I gotta do on my own, Lee. You understand, right? And Rock Lee, who wants to be useful, wants to help, but first off, actually, that's a very good question. Do we think Lee, with 5th Gate, could beat Sasuke by the Valley of the End? The problem here I hear with scaling a lot is the fact that people say Sasuke was already past Lee, that he was about as fast as Lee with his weights off. When he fought Gaara, which is basically true. Like Lee confirmed that he was as fast as Lee with his weights off. But we're not talking about Lee with his weights off. We're talking about Lee with all like the 5th Gate open, which put him way beyond that. I'll be honest. I actually don't think Sasuke was that fast, particularly when you got into like one-tailed Naruto, and Sasuke could not keep up with him for life until he went second curse mark, and even then he wasn't really so much keeping up with him, he could just match his power. Naruto, I think, was actually still the faster of the two there. Sasuke was not moving at such speeds that there were multiple of them in one place pretty much ever. Naruto was hitting that speed threshold. I don't know, that's a debate for a different time. And I know people are going to debate that with me in the comments, and that's fine, whatever. I just don't know if Sasuke could keep up with it. Based on what we saw, the only real reason Naruto and Sasuke were able to do so well against Gaara. Think about this actually for a second. Naruto had Gamabunta, and he had the Tail Beast to help him out. Sasuke had an elemental advantage, and even then he did not beat Gaara. Keep that in mind. He didn't beat Gaara. Like people are like, oh, he would have beat Gaara. It's like, he didn't beat Gaara. Like, he hurt him, he injured him, but there's a good chance he probably would not have beaten Gaara, actually. Because he didn't, overall. Gaara fled, and then when they finished their fight, Gaara would have won that fight. because of the curse mark and everything. It was affecting Sasuke. And at that point, Gaara was too far gone. If we're not counting a Shikaku interference, then Sasuke might have been able to beat Gaara, but only because he had an elemental advantage. Then Naruto had the excessive tail beast chakra, Gamabunta, and clever thinking. Whereas, and they were also fighting Gaara at a point where he was unable to use his, well, Naruto was at any rate, where he was not using his sand barrier protection. He was using it more like as an armor, so he didn't have the automatic defense. Gaara had the automatic defense against Sasuke, but again, trained to be as fast as Lee with the weights off, which Gaara struggled against, and had an elemental advantage over him. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so Naruto heads after Sasuke, and it's unfortunate, it finds him at the Valley of the End. Sasuke, what are you doing? You really are annoying, Naruto. And I can't remember, I have to rewatch or reread that fight, because I can't remember how the dialogue really went here. All I know is Sasuke was definitely trying to kill Naruto. And so Naruto's like, I don't want to fight you, Sasuke. He's like, that's funny, Naruto, because you're not going to have a choice. And he just comes in, and Naruto makes a couple clones, and he's trying not to hurt Sasuke if he can. But Sasuke's like, aren't you noticing something, Naruto? And he just puts his hand on Naruto. Remember, Sasuke would have gotten the amp here. And Naruto's like, ugh. It's like, I'm not even using my Sharingan yet against you, Naruto. It's like, so please, don't disappoint me. But that's okay, because you're not even drawing your sword yet. So come on, don't disappoint me. And then he just kind of smacks Naruto. Naruto goes flying. It's like, Naruto wants to draw Benihime, but he's just won't. It's like, even now, you still think you can beat me without drawing your sword. You really think that high of yourself? Hello, me, Naruto. Quit. It's like, quit patronizing me. And then just fires the fireball jutsu. And then Naruto it actually creates a chakra seal. I say, like, he just absorbs there's a fire chakra, and only for Sasuke to appear behind him, only for Naruto to use the second released seal to just basically he kind of does like a minor karma mark thing here, stores it in one, transfers it to the other, and just boom. It's like, that's a new one. That's more like it, Naruto. But and so their fight really begins. Sasuke brings out a kunai, and he tries to go after Naruto. Naruto just brings out his sword, and they're clashing, and just ching, 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 ching. What is it, Naruto? Tired? Oh, no. Oh, I bet I know what happened. You had to fight one of Orochimaru's little loser minions beforehand. You're all tuckered out, aren't you? But don't think that means I'm going to not come at you with everything I have. And Naruto's just, damn it, creates his shield. But he is tired. Like Naruto. Granted, Naruto in the original kind of like Naruto in the original used the Fox Chakra to amp his base, so he was still relatively fresh. Naruto here did the same, but he did also have to exert more effort here than he did in the original by a large margin, so he is a bit more worn out here. Still, Naruto is still the far better swordsman between the two, and his taijutsu, when used in conjunction with his kenjutsu, is at least equal to, if not maybe a little superior to Sasuke's. On his own, his taijutsu isn't better than Sasuke. Sasuke holds the edge there, but when combined with his sword style and his sword fighting, Naruto is at least on par, if not a little better, until Sasuke activates his Sharingan, which eventually Sasuke does. And he ultimately comes in with the Chidori. Naruto is able to offset it, but he still gets the you offset and Naruto's holding his sword, but he can't move his arm now. You offset it by moving my hand to the right or left, whatever it is. But you're not going to be able to use that arm again. This is over, Sasuke. And finally, this is over, Naruto. Goodbye. And finally, Naruto just boom smacks him back. And just the goody line's like, "What the hell are you? I'm your friend, and that's why I'm gonna bring you back no matter what. Even if I have to break every bone in your body." And now Naruto comes in, he's pissed off, just scream. It's like, "Scream Benihime!" or "Sing Benihime!" Just shing, and you get the wailing scream of the attack. Sasuke just has knives, only for Naruto to come in and just throw his blade right at him. Sasuke tries to block it, but it cuts through his kunai. Like, Naruto comes in, clocks him. He's now overwhelming Sasuke. And now, he's still, and Sasuke gets thrown to the wall. And they had that whole thing about, having ties. It's like, I had it because you were an orphan. I at least had this once. That's why I'm hurting now. To which Naruto doesn't care at this point. It's like, and to which I also think not only does Naruto not care, let me rephrase that. He doesn't care in the sense that, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I wish I knew my family. I'm sorry you're going through there. But that doesn't give you the right to betray everything, betray your home and the people who live there. I don't give a shit about about your excuse for why you're leaving. You're not leaving. And Sasuke and him kind of stare each other down. He finally gives the third Tomai. Naruto notices this, however. Unlike originally, Naruto's kind of blind by rage. Here, he's got the Fox chakra coursing through him, but he's still Naruto analytical. Benihime is like his eyes. Like, yeah, he's got the third one. That means he's probably going to be able to predict me a lot more effectively. They clash, but this time Naruto throws a bunch of clones at him as well. Now Sasuke's got to keep up with the clones as well as Naruto, but he should be able to do that with relative ease. Unfortunately for Sasuke, Naruto does slap a seal on him, and Sasuke sees this like, shit. And he's like, yeah. And Naruto, unfortunately, it's not one of Naruto's stronger seals. It's like, so what type of seal is this? Chakra seal? I got to save my chakra. Unfortunately, not. I didn't have enough time to crate and slap that one on you. And as you said, I already had to fight one of Orochimaru's goons earlier, so I'm a little worn out. Is that the best you can do? And all of a sudden, Naruto activates seal, and Sasuke's arm suddenly goes. Actually, it's a gravity seal. By finding chakra, I can multiply the effects of gravity on your arm multiple times. Unfortunately, I can only, to keep fighting you and focusing on it, I can only do it 3 extra times. So Sasuke's arm pretty much weighs 3 times as much. So it's, imagine if your arm, because we all hold our arms up, but imagine having 3 times the amount of weight on your arm. Just, like his balance is thrown up, and Naruto manages to land a kick. He's trying to go for another seal, but Sasuke's like, activates his curse mark. They're going toe to toe. Naruto is on the tired end of the scale, though. And so Sasuke pretty much tries to crack him on the ground like he did in the original, but Naruto's like, I don't have enough. And there's only one technique he can think of that can probably do what he needs to, but he doesn't want to risk killing Sasuke. And because Sasuke has never actually seen what the true effect of Hisobe Benihime Juzu Suzuki is. He's only been hit by Shibari Benihime. And so, he's focusing. I don't know if I have enough energy. I was like, hey, Fox, how much? I was like, Nine Tails, how much chakra can you effectively give me without killing me? You really are pathetic, Brock, aren't you? And like, hey, look, I'm just asking. I'll figure it out if I don't, but I'm asking, please, for you. And Naruto's actually more like, not begging, but he's asking. He is asking. He's not like demanding or anything. He's like, please, I want to save my friend. And he looks, and he's in his mindscape at this time. And Benihime is looking at him. And he looks at the fox, and she's looking at the fox like, he's asking nicely. And the fox is also surprisingly a little taken back by this, because this is not the same Naruto in the original where he didn't ask. The fox just like, you better thank me, brat. No, it's that Naruto, and he's not even like that cocky around him. Yes, he's like, okay, I'm your jailer. You're the jailer, or I'm your jailer. I mean, look, we're stuck together. Might as well work together. But he actually is asking the fox. He's actually kind of pleading with the fox, please help me save my friend. And the fox is again taking a little back, but he's like, you're such a weak, bitter, pathetic brat. But seeing as you acknowledge my superiority, I'll help you this once. You better thank me. And to which Naruto actually goes, thank you. Again, the fox is like, this is a weird kid. But I hope he likes it. And then Naruto gets up, has the one-tail cloak on him. He is a little bit more primal here. Definitely, he's on all fours. He's also able to extend Benihime's effects out to using it to the Fox's chakra. So, for example, he can combine the Fox's chakra and the extent, like his extending arm attack, with Benihime's like crescent swing attack, and pretty much contain it with the Fox's chakra to kind of like throw it at Sasuke and kind of aim it at him. Or he can just pelt Sasuke with a combination of Fox chakra and Benihime's chakra as well. Naruto here is, though, actually aiming for a specific outcome, because he remembered his fight with Kimimaro, and he knows Sasuke can clearly use his curse mark to a greater degree. He's wondering if he can get him to that point. And sure enough, he gets into that point where Sasuke is like, I'll admit, Naruto, you are special, but I'm not as special as I am. You little shit. You are so full of yourself. And Naruto sees like, got him. And so they clash. They do clash, and Naruto's arm does go down. I can't feel it, but that's all right. And so Naruto, as they clash, he draws his sword, and he creates a Rasengan with his hand, and he pretty much just channels it through his sword. And it's not a Rasengan per se, it's a Benihime Kurama Rasengan, so it's like a deep reddish purple. And he basically channels the Rasengan and just like it forms at the tip, and he basically just tosses it at Sasuke, who clashes with it, and it does explode pretty much. All the while Naruto is preparing for his final technique. Only for Sasuke to be like, ah! He just charges through it because Naruto's not there to kind of back it up. And Naruto comes out, and he does, Naruto scratched his headband, the original. Sasuke hit him at a non-lethal point. Sasuke gets to the ear, just like, ah! And Sasuke just sees him and just, yeah, it's over. It's like, yeah, it is. Poof, pops out, and a clone pops out. And then, Shibari, Benihime! And Sasuke's still in the second state. Just like, this is going to hold me like last time, Naruto. I was like, it's not supposed to. And all of a sudden, he just, poof, Hisobi Benihime Sasuke. And then all of a sudden, and Naruto is putting the least amount of chakra he can into this technique so as to not kill Sasuke. All the while, he's still got Fox chakra pumping through him. So he's like, oh, please don't kill Sasuke. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. But he knows this is probably the only way he can actually effectively put him down without getting a chakra seal on him. Naruto is also exhausted at this point. And Sasuke sees the technique. He's like, what the hell? Boom! And Kakashi sees the explosion coming all the way from there. And he rushes over there. And he's in the rain's falling. And lying there, passed out, is Sasuke. And luckily for Sasuke, he's got his limbs intact, although honestly, he's probably got these giant gouged out marks on his like shoulder blades where his wings were, because they got blown to hell. His body is probably just charred up, burnt, but that's easily to see. He'll probably have some scarring, but yeah, but he's passed out. He's just and meanwhile, there's Naruto, who is lying up against a rock nearby, just with his sword like this, just told you I'd bring him back. And Kakashi's just like, my God. It's like, well, come on, you two. And Naruto just, hold on. And Naruto, with the last of his strength, is able to put some chakra seals, gravity seals, all the sealing he can to keep Sasuke in check. And just, okay, we're good to go. And Kakashi makes a shadow clone and gets them both to the village. And so we end with the aftermath of the Sasuke retrieval arc, where Naruto wakes up in the hospital. It's like, did it work? And I can't, because he passed out. I was like, it worked. And Kakashi's there, and Jiraiya's there too. It's like, you brought him back, Sasuke, Naruto. Is he okay? It's like, oh, you did a number on him, but he'll make it through. And Naruto thinks on a little bit more, and just how'd everyone else do? Well, Shikamaru and Kiba and Neji managed to come out with only some super to minor wounds. But Choji's in critical, but he's stable. It's like, so everything turned out well. It did. It's like, whereas Sakura's busy looking at is busy looking after Sasuke. He hasn't woken up yet. The Anbu are on him around the clock, but those chakra seals you put on him are pretty good. They should keep him making any more problems. To which Jiraiya says, you really are something impressive, kid, aren't you? So yeah, he's perfectly safe. And he ignores it. And Jiraiya tells him that, yeah, we're going to be doing a training mission for the next 3 years coming up soon. Really? It's like, all right, the Akatsuki art won't be moving for 3 years. I'm going to give you that. We're going to make that time to train and prepare. Do you really think it'll work? Kid, you were able to do something I was never able to do. You were able to bring your friend back. So if you can do that, I don't think there's anything that can stop you. All right, sweet. And so Naruto goes, visits Sasuke, who isn't awake, who is asleep. His eyes are closed, but Naruto's like, I know when you're pretending to be asleep. And to which Sasuke's like, how the hell do you know that, idiots? You think we haven't done enough overnight missions for me to be able to tell when you're faking it? How are you feeling? Like hammered shit. I love that line from Blade 2. It's like, how are you feeling? Like hammered shit. And the Sasuke just looking at the wall. Now, granted, is Sasuke going to be completely locked away? No, because I do think they understand the curse mark is playing a heavy influence in his actions. At this point, it's playing a heavy influence on his actions. Like Sasuke without the curse mark, I'll be honest, I don't think Sasuke without the curse mark leaves the village. Even with the Sound 4 trying to offer stuff, I don't think he does that. I think he's got to, because the curse mark was already corrupting him the moment it landed on him, and the more he used it, and by the time he left the village, he had used it. Once he had used it in the think words here. He'd used it in the forest against Sound 3. He had used it in start to activate against his fight with Yori. It activated in his fight with Gaara. So that's 3 times right there. It activated again when the Sound 4 showed up. So yeah, at that point it stayed activated for a while, especially against Gaara. So yeah, no, he was already, and it just being there corrupts him a little bit. So it was already starting to have an effect on him. So yeah, I don't think Sasuke leaves the village if he doesn't get the curse mark. At least not with the events play out the same. No, Sasuke's just like, you beat me. You beat me straight out this time, you idiot. It's like, well, it's like, you tell me, you've always been strong, this strong, haven't you? No, I've still had to train and grow stronger. Train and learn. I had to train, study, and learn to get as strong as I am now. Maybe, but if we had finished that fight on the rooftop, be honest, you probably would have won, wouldn't you? And Naruto's just, it doesn't say anything, but the silence kind of says it all. It's like, I thought ignoring other people would have been a way, ignoring other people, just seeking power would have been the way to grow strong, but you don't do that, do you? To which Naruto does respond like, look, I want to get stronger, not just for myself, yes, but for other people too, for the people I care about, that I want to protect. So when I become Hokage, I can be stronger to protect not just this village, but the people I care about. And that includes you, asshole. And Sasuke here just lingers on the thought about it. And it's like, to which Naruto points out too, it's like, you forget, it's like, don't forget, I was there. Because I believe, if I remember correctly, Sasuke was in the hospital, so we did the whole Itachi thing. So I heard what Itachi said to you, that you didn't have enough hate to kill him. But here's, did you ever stop to think that your brother, the guy did you ever stop to think that the guy who murdered your entire family might not be telling you the truth? To which Sasuke doesn't shoot him a glare, but he just shoots him a look like, and it's like, Sasuke has been so wrapped up. Think about that too for a second. And like, no one ever brought that up to Sasuke. Like, did you ever think your brother was lying to you? Which he was on multiple fronts. And Sasuke just kind of has that, holy crap. It's like, how did I not stop to think about that? In his head, he's like, I was so angry. And I wanted to kill him so bad and get revenge for my family that I didn't stop to think, what if he wasn't telling me the truth? What if I was playing into his hand? And Sakura pops and says, Naruto, you're here. It's like, hey, Sakura, I was just stopping by to see how this idiot's doing. So, I think I just dropped a bit of a truth bomb on him. I was like, really? No, well, I brought some apples. Which this time Sasuke, kind of lightens up a little bit. Thanks, Sakura. I appreciate it. Which, by the way, not a bad peeling job in there, Sakura, but I can still see the strands of the peel on there. Seriously, doing it with the kunai, you don't have like a freaking apple peeler or something like that? I mean, even so, it's not that hard to peel an apple, actually. Think of it like peeling a potato. Or just, or just cut it into like quarters or whatever, and then just take the peel off. It's not that hard, but regardless, Sasuke's, I've got a few days before I leave with Perfect Sage. You're leaving? Yeah, apparently your brother, the Akatsuki, the group your brother's part of, they're not going to be moving for a while, and so I think, and they're apparently after they're after people like me. To which Sasuke remembers that, and he does ask, "You going to tell us about it?" And you ever going to tell me about it? And then he looks at Sakura and Sasuke. I'll tell you about it when I get back, assuming you don't learn about it when I'm gone. So, all right, I'll see you later. And which, before he leaves, Sakura does actually grabs like, Naruto. And he's like, yeah, and all of a sudden, she wraps him in a really big hug. Because, like I say, I like them as a brother-sister dynamic. I actually really like that. When Sakura isn't being terrible, I think she can have a really good dynamic with Naruto. And by the way, that's not to say I won't ever do Naruto-Sakura pairings. Not at all. I'm just saying, in scenarios like this, I like them as a brother-sister dynamic. And she's like, and she just says muffled in his, thank you. Which Naruto's just, it's like, of course, Nietzsche. And I think he even calls her Sakura Nietzsche, like a little sister to her. Even though, actually, which one of them is older? I never even thought about that. Which one of them is older? We know, I believe, Sasuke is a few months older than Naruto. I believe Naruto's birthday is October. Birthday. We're ending it off here where, he's getting ready to leave. I might do like a little bit of on Monday, a little bit of him leaving. Okay, what's his birthday? Birthday, October 10th. Okay. And we know Sakura and Naruto are roughly speaking in the same age range. I mean, they're about the same age. So hold on. Where is his team? Team 7. Yeah, Kakashi. Or Team Kakashi, as it is. Oh, God. So what was Sakura born? Hold on. I think she's like I think she is just a little older than him. Yeah, March. So she's actually a fair bit older than him. Like, by month-wise, anyway. She's at March, is the 3rd month. Yeah, she's about 7 months, just under 7 months older than him. She's actually half a year older than him. Anyway, just figuring it, but still, he doesn't call her maybe he does call her little sister as a joke, and she just, hey, I'm like half a year older than you. Like, oh, I know, Nichan. It's like, yeah, it's like, and he leaves, and Sasuke actually kind of smiles a little bit. She's like, and it's like, I guess that makes him Nissan, isn't it? And Sakura's like, oh God, please don't see me as little sister either. It's like, well, are you gonna, I can't really do anything. My hands are bound at the moment. Could you peel those for me, Sakura? Well, yeah. And so Naruto goes off to make his preparations to leave. It's going to be a day or two, so there'll be a little bit of story, I think, points we can hit before then. But for now, that's where we're leaving off part 7. Even though I did this one by the seat of my pants, I actually think I did a pretty good job wrapping up part 1. I got to the point, the beats I wanted to do. I knew Sasuke was going to beat Naruto. I also knew he was going to beat Kimimaro. I feel bad that Lee got kind of gypped in this version, but Naruto flat out killed Kimimaro, flat out beat Kimimaro anyway. And while Rock Lee would have been a boon to help against Sasuke, I think Rock Lee would also have stayed behind because he would have known this is something Naruto had to do on his own. So anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on Monday. First, I'll see you tomorrow for part 5, which is the virtual world arc, which, by the way, will not be what you think it is. So, because people did ask me, and I asked, did people want to see an Odeon in the virtual world arc? And people said yes. So you will be getting that tomorrow, but you'll be getting something else too. I won't say what it is, but someone brought it up, and I'm like, that's a good point, because the duels did not go quite as they did in the original here. So we got that. We have box office and Pokemon teams on Sunday, and then the week of What If starts on Monday. Plus, I got the Rick versus the Doctor fight. That is such a polarizing comment section for that prediction. Also, I mean, it's one of those things that I almost don't want to do the reaction, but I'm doing it because people are enjoying the reactions. They're not like one of my moneymaker videos, like if I made money. They're not like thousands upon thousands upon thousands, but they get decent hits because people like seeing those things. So I enjoy doing them too. But my girlfriend, this is one of the few, my girlfriend's not a big Death Battle fan. She likes it in passing, and every once in a while we'll watch a fight. But she's a big Whovian. She loves Doctor Who. And she likes Rick and Morty a lot too. So she's actually very curious about that fight. So we're going to enjoy that on Tuesday. I won't spoil who wins for her, obviously. And yeah, and then plus who would win. So I've got, oh God, Monday's going to be hectic because I've got a what if, a who would win, a death battle prediction, and a death battle reaction. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. I've done worse. I've done like 5 or 6 videos in one day. You kidding me? Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. See you later.